Hello and thanks for joining me on another video. So today I'm looking at Dinky Toys model number 358. Now this is the USS Enterprise from Star Trek, and yeah, this has been probably stored in the loft for about 40 years. So I'm just going to do a bit of an unboxing today really, and we'll have a little look and see what state it's in and whether it still works. But let's just have a quick look at the box first of all. So this was, I think, the original all cardboard box that they originally sold these in. They did sell them in the window kind of blister pack, and I think they also did sell it in a double pack with the Klingon bird of prey, and they did also, I believe, sell it as a space pack with the Enterprise, the Klingon bird of prey, and also like a little galactic dune buggy or lunar buggy, which I nothing to do with Star Trek, but yeah, so I think they did sell it in that pack as well. So let's just have a quick look at the box first of all. So quite a nice picture on the front. So we've got Dinky Toys USS Enterprise from the TV series Star Trek, and yeah, it just says here colour of model may vary from illustrations. So on top we've got so I suppose some instructions telling you you know, how you can use it. So we've got again the photon torpedoes telling you where you launch them and where you load them into the saucer section. The Galileo spacecraft, which is contained within the sort of hangar doors underneath, and this bit here is also saying that the hangar doors can be used as a stand, which indeed I did. So once I kind of got fed up playing with this, or got a little bit older, I did put it on the shelf and had it as a model. So that's on the top there. On the sides, on the red panel here, now Dinky 358, and we've got USS Enterprise, copyright 1976, Paramount Pictures. Sorry, that's out of focus. On this one, exactly the same, except it's just a blue panel. And underneath, if I turn it up the right way, we've just got a little bit on the bottom that says 5-shot photon projector missile firing mechanism, removable shuttlecraft in landing compartment with opening hatch covers, doubling as landing supports. So there we go. And if we are, I'll open up the other end actually. If we open up the flap here, there we are, you can see that we have got some instructions telling us how to affix some decals. So there were some decals that came with it. They were water slide transfers, and this one, it's a little bit out of focus here, but it says soak them for 30 seconds and then just slide them on. So this is showing you in the top panel here where the decals go. Let's have a look. Let's get it out and unbox it. Right, so there we are, we've got the Enterprise. Let me just put that to the side for the... What else is in the box? It's still actually got its cardboard insert there just to keep it all sturdy. And in here as well, if I take this out, yeah, there we are. So we've got the photon torpedoes. So let's have a little look at those. So these are the yellow ones. Dinky did produce them a few years later, and I think they were in white. So you could either get these as yellow or white. And for some reason the white ones, they had sort of random letters stamped on them. I don't know why, what that signified, but they were pretty much the same size. I don't think they had the little sort of raised sort of area in the middle. They were kind of just more plain. And I believe that the Klingon bird of prey, that had the white photon torpedo, so maybe they just thought it wasn't worth producing two different colors for the two different models. They may later on just produce the one lot of white photon torpedoes and package that with both models. So that could have been their thinking. But if I just get these out, we've got, how many we've got still got left of these? I can't remember actually how many came with them, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6 there, and it is a 5-shot firing mechanism. So when we load these in, we can load a maximum of 5. But let's have a quick look at the Enterprise then. So yeah, it's in pretty good condition. The only thing, and you see this quite a lot on these, is that the saucer section has slightly discoloured over time. So it should be a nice sort of pure white, the same as the body and the engines, but probably where I used to have it standing on the shelf and it's maybe been in sunlight and things like that, it has sort of just gone a little bit yellowy. Now if you do look at these on eBay and you do pick these up, sometimes you can get them which are pretty white, but the majority of them I've seen are quite yellow, and also some of them are worse than this. So if you are going to get one and you decide that you want to have it as a model on a shelf. Just be aware that this plastic probably will discolour over time. So yeah, it's a pretty good depiction of the Enterprise. Yeah, I mean it is really accurate, to be honest. Maybe the engines could be slightly longer, but no, it is pretty good, and that was one of the reasons I liked it as a child, because yeah, wow, it's the Enterprise, it's brilliant. So these were the slide transfers that we applied. So the NCC 1701, so we put those on, and also these ones along the side. Now, probably the eagle-eyed Trekkies among you will realise that I've actually put these ones on upside down. So you can see the front bit here, where it sort of slopes forward from sort of top right to bottom left. It should actually be the other way round, very much like these, so at that angle, going from top left to bottom right. So really it should look like that, and obviously that should be on the other side. So yeah, I put these on upside down. Mind you, I probably was only about 5 or 6 years old, with the help of my dad, of course. But when you do see people doing actual restorations of these, and I have watched a few videos, you will see that people have just popped these on and they haven't really paid attention to the way that these go around. So if you are going to do a restoration, if you have got an old one of these, and you can buy new decals, you can buy new bits and pieces off the internet, yeah, just pay attention to these decals, that they do go on a particular way. That's if you want it actually accurate as to the actual Enterprise in the TV series, which I wish I'd have put these on the right way, but there's not a lot I can do about that now. I'm not going to take these off, so I'll just have to live with it. But yeah, there we are. So that was what the decals were all about, and that's what we had to put on. The saucer section here, or this, sorry, radar dish I should say, is still pretty solid. Sometimes, you know, you can get these and these are broken off. You can buy replacement ones of these, along with, if I can open it up, it's a bit stiff, it should still be in here, yeah, along with the Galileo spacecraft, or the shuttle. There we are. And this is the original orange one. They did again produce these, I believe, as white, so you could get some white ones of these in the later models, and if you do get reproduction ones of these, you can get them in orange or white as well. But this is the original one, so a little sort of hole in the top there, and it just sort of sits on that peg. So you could put 5 of these in, and they kind of all just sit around this section here. There is a spring inside here, and as these go round, it kind of pushes on the spring, and when it gets to the slot, the spring then just pushes it out. So cover it. Hey, there we are, and that fires out. So I didn't want to lose it, so there we go. Not after all these years anyway. The other thing with these, again, if you do get them off of eBay, is that the engines, this bit here, which is plastic, can be very loose. So again, you could tighten that up if you wanted to, just by unscrewing this section, taking it off, and you could just pop a little bit of super glue in there just to hold it on. But luckily this one is pretty solid, so I don't need to do anything with that. But there we are. Yeah, so I would say out of all my Dinky Toys and out of the Corgi models that I had, this was probably my favourite. So I did play with it, but then as I got older, I decided to have it as a model on the shelf, and it's a pretty cool looking model, to be honest. So so there we are. Interestingly enough, in the 1980, I think it was, trade catalogue for Dinky, they did actually advertise this as an updated model, and this was when Star Trek the motion picture came out. And you'll remember that in that movie the Enterprise gets a refit, and certain things are different. So the radar dish at the front is blue and it's closer to the body. Also the engines, the nacelles, they're wider. These arms are a lot wider, more triangular, and also the engines do have a slightly different shape and are a bit thicker and a bit longer. Well, in the 1980 trade catalogue for Dinky, they did advertise this as an updated version, and I'll show you a picture and you can see that on the screen now. And I think this would have been really cool. I've never seen one. I've never seen a pre-production one. I've only ever seen this advert. So it probably never went into production. This was probably one of Dinky's biggest selling toys, and they probably felt that maybe they didn't need to produce another one. They could just carry on selling this on the back of, you know, Star Trek the motion picture. But I think that would have been really cool to have that one. So I think pretty much looking at the picture, everything else looks the same. The body section, the saucer section, I don't think that looks any different. So it's just the engines and the radar dish that I can tell. So there may be a few little differences, but yeah, that would have been really cool. And I think what else would be really cool is that when people produce replica parts for this, like you can buy new dishes, you can even buy new engines. I've seen some people 3D print these, so they will be plastic rather than the metal. But I think what would be really cool is if they could produce the toy that basically Dinky never produced. So if they could create the blue radar dish and the wider arms and the Star Trek the motion picture engines at the back, that could be really cool. And that might be worth getting one of these off of eBay and then just giving it a makeover, just buying those bits, and then you could have the toy that never was, that Dinky never actually produced. But I don't know if anyone's watching this and they produce these parts, then yeah, let me know if that might be something that you might want to do. But there, I thought that was really interesting. So there we are. That's my USS Enterprise NCC 1701 from Dinky, 1976. Cool. So it's pretty good. I think I might put that on the shelf, although I don't want it to discolour anymore. But it seems a shame just to leave it in the box. So yeah, it might be nice to have it out on the shelf with the rest of my little models. But thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again when I'm showing you more of my 1970s stuff.